What's up, guys? My name is TechnoTuner, and today I'm bringing to you my Volcanic deck profile. If you ever wish to see the world burn, you wish to burn your opponent to a fine crisp, would you like to see your opponent's board just be torn apart or just let alone bounce back? This deck is probably the best fit for you. This deck is based around burning, and it has a lot of capabilities to Raigeki your opponent's board, bounce their cards back, destroy them, inflict burning damage. It has a lot of capabilities just to do that burn damage, to push for that OTK, and all while still sticking to the Volcanic lore from GX, while giving you a lot more of a fun, more efficient playstyle for Genesis format overall. Now, I will state that this deck is more for Genesis and more for fun, because I do play this with friends. I don't have an extra deck for it currently. I am looking into it, but right now I just kind of like how the deck plays overall. So I wanted to bring it to you guys and at least show you what you can do with just the base Volcanic deck as a pretty good structure. So let's go ahead and hop right into the main deck profile, and I'll show you what I mean. So, starting off, we're going to go ahead and do 3 Volcanic Trooper. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Volcanic card from your deck to your hand. Except Volcanic Trooper, you can discard 1 card, special summon 1 Bomb token, Pyro, Fire, level 1, attack 1000, defense 1000 to your opponent's field. Each time one is destroyed, its controller takes 500 damage. You can only use each effect of Volcanic Trooper once per turn. So, while being able to get you a Volcanic card from your deck to your hand, it also does give you that capability to set up your opponent with a token that, when destroyed, can do burn damage. Next up, of course, we're playing the 3 Volcanic Rocket. When this card is summoned, you can add 1 Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or graveyard to your hand, which can help get you out the bigger Volcanics or Doomfire monsters. And then, of course, we're playing the 3 Volcanic Counter. I love this card so much because it's just funny. When you take battle damage while this card is in your graveyard, banish it from your graveyard. Then if there is a fire monster other than Volcanic Counter in your graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of battle damage you took. So if you already have another Volcanic monster in the graveyard and you take battle damage, this will proc off. And if there are multiple, they will proc off on the same amount. So say you get hit for 1,000, you're already doing 3,000 if you have all 3 in the graveyard. Next up, we have 3 Volcanic Rimfire. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Volcanic Rimfire once per turn. Banish this card from your graveyard. And if you do send 1 Volcanic monster from your deck to the graveyard, except Volcanic Rimfire. Banish 1 Blaze Accelerator card from your face-up field or graveyard, and if you do, place 1 Blaze Accelerator continuous spell or trap from your hand or deck face-up on your field. So this can further help you get out the Tri-Load Blaze Accelerator Reload, which counts as a Tri-Blaze Accelerator, which can further help your plays and get out the bigger monsters that you need. Next up, we have the In-House Raigeki. If this card is sent to the graveyard, which is Volcanic Scatter Shot, if this card is sent to the graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. If this card is sent to the graveyard by the effect of a Blaze Accelerator card, you can send 2 Volcanic Scatter Shots from your hand and or deck to the graveyard. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. So that can really make it really funny for you, because if it's sent off of a Accelerator card, you can then Raigeki your opponent's board while also inflicting 1,500 points of damage. Then, of course, we're playing 3 Volcanic Shell. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points, add 1 Volcanic Shell from your deck to your hand. This card must be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. So if they call by the grave it, or if it's DD Crowed, it cannot be activated. If I remember correctly, please feel free to correct me on this. I'm not always the best with rulings. I try my best, though. But it is still a good card to send off if you want to trigger a Blaze Accelerator card effect while also searching your deck to deck thin a bit. Then, of course, we have 3 Royal Firestorm Guards. The honorary Volcanic of the deck is what I like to call it, because If this card is normal summon, you can target 4 Pyro monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 4 into the deck, then draw 2. Because you could target 3 Volcanic Scattershots and 1 Royal Firestorm Guards, and you get to basically get a refresh to draw 2. And you get the capability to Raigeki again, if you need to. For the last 3 monsters, I'm playing 2 Volcanic Emperor, which cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summon from your hand or graveyard by banishing 3 Pyro monsters or 1 Blaze Accelerator card from your face-up field and or graveyard. You can only special summon Volcanic Emperor once per turn. When summoned this way, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each banished Pyro monster. Then you can set 1 Volcanic Trap directly from your deck. Each time your opponent special summons a monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So this basically is a more effective Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon for the Volcanic archetype. While also, I do play the OG Volcanic Doomfire. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summon from your hand by sending 1 Tri-Blaze Accelerator you control to the graveyard. During your opponent's battle phase, attack position monsters your opponent controls must attack this card if able. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. So this can really hurt your opponent a lot with the damage for a final OTK, whether it be through burn or just forcing them into battle to swing over it. All right, so that's all that I have for the actual monsters of the deck, but what are we running for spells and traps? Well, for spells, we're running a decent amount for this actual archetype. Of course, we're playing the 3 Fire Injection, which is a fun card which allows you to send 1 Pyro monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then if you send a Volcanic monster to the graveyard, you can apply one of these effects. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the monster's level times 100 that you just sent. Or you can special summon 1 Bomb token, Pyro, level 1, attack 1000, defense 1000 to your opponent's field. Each time one is destroyed, its controller takes 500 damage. You can only activate Fire Injection once per turn. While it's also just a little bit of chip damage, it does let you fill up your graveyard if you need to trigger those effects. Next up, we're playing 3 Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. Let me pull these out so I can show you how many we're playing here. So sorry about that. Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. Activate this card by sending 1 Blaze Accelerator card from your hand, deck, or face-up field to the graveyard. You can only control 1 Volcanic Blaze Accelerator. Once per turn during your main phase, you can special summon 1 Volcanic monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, send 1 level 1 Pyro monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that monster. Notice it is not a targeted destruction. Oh, well, it is a targeted destruction. So if that target leaves, you do miss the capability, but you still can send a level 1. Sorry about that. And then finally, of course, I'm playing the 1 OG Blaze Accelerator. You can target 1 monster opponent controls, send 1 Pyro monster with 500 or less attack from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, destroy that target. Your monsters cannot attack the turn you activate this effect. That's perfectly fine because we're utilizing this effect to send the Blaze Accelerator, or activate the Blaze Accelerator. That's all that we're really utilizing it for. Next up, we have 3 Blaze Accelerator Reload. This card's name becomes Tri-Blaze Accelerator while in the spell and trap zone. During either player's main phase, you can send 1 Volcanic card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you do, draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of Blaze Accelerator Reload once per turn. During either player's main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, send 1 Volcanic card from your deck to the graveyard. So basically, it's a little bit of recycling. Well, not recycling, but cycling. You discard a Volcanic, draw a card, so you can help you dig through your deck for further things. Next up, I got a few Floodgates, which are 3 Floodgate Trap Hole. When your opponent summons a monster or monsters, change those monsters or monster to face-down defense position. Monsters changed to face-down defense position by this effect cannot change their battle positions. So if they are changed to face-down defense position, they will stay in face-down defense position until attacked, in which case they will remain in face-up defense. So just note of that. Then, of course, I do play the 2 Titan Cider. Target 1 face-up monster opponent controls that was special summoned from the extra deck. Change its attack to 0, and if you do, negates effects. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck while this card is in your graveyard, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can set this card. You can only use each effect of Titan Cider once per turn. This is just able to give you a little bit more capability to swing in with the Doomfire, or just your smaller monsters to do that extra damage if you need to. And then, of course, finally, the final card, or cards, I should say, is 2 Volcanic Emission. Activate one of these effects, but you can only use each effect of Volcanic Emission once per turn. Take 1 Volcanic monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it, ignoring its summon conditions, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Target 1 Pyro monster on a field. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack, and if you target a monster you control, the damage is halved. So, you can either do half the damage of one of the monsters on your side of the field to your opponent, or you can special summon a Volcanic monster, which usually is just Volcanic Emperor, which can basically be utilized for other effects or triggering effects. Anyways, guys, that's all that I have for the actual deck profile for the Volcanics. I'm sorry if my effect, me remembering the effects are off, or if I was incorrect on some of them. I do try to be as accurate as I can, but I do hope you enjoyed this deck profile nonetheless. If you did, please go ahead and feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I do try to get to everybody's comments as they come in, but I hope to see you all in the next one.
If I'm to say, I'm catching feelings from all the dealings. Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same?